Hey, good morning, book nerds. We are at a fill-a-bag sale. They did slightly raise the prices, so it is now $6 a bag instead of 5, which is fine. I always pull out profits. Well, not always. I think like once or twice. I got there. I'm like, where the frig is all the good books? But most of the time, I pull out a decent profit from this place. So I'm excited. It is spooky season, so definitely looking for the Stephen Kings, the Anne Rices, the spooky. I don't know. I'm mood reading. I am so mood reading right now. So let's go in. We'll see what we can find. It's a chaotic. It's chaotic down there. So I'm gonna video what I can. I got my cart. My knees are bad, so I do have to take the elevator. That's fine. I'll sit here and read. I am reading Sherry Lapina's What Have You Done on my phone. So I have a book wherever I go. I am that. I'm also listening to Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs and Tidewater Inn. So I don't know if anybody's read any of those. I think we got 2 minutes on the clock. Rich just turned the bell toll of the church into a death metal song, which was pretty great about read effing books. Anyway, any minute now. She can't figure out how to get the door open. There we go. Hurry up and wait. Gotta get to the Kings. Gotta get to the Kings. And go. Yeah, not seeing any over here. I am not finding it anything. I'm reading this right now. So he must not have found any either. Oh, it's like such a small copy. This may be the worst one I have ever been to. I am not finding very much at all. I found like 1 or 2 gems. I'm looking way harder now. Wow, this was the worst book sale I've been to in a minute. I still think I profited, but very slightly. And some of these I don't know anything about. Let me know if you know anything about some of these. I'll kind of go through everything I grabbed. $6. The Woman I Was Before, Carrie Fisher. I don't know, 500,000 copies sold. I've sold a few Carrie Fisher books, so I don't know much about her. Tears of the Moon, book 2 of the Gallaghers of Ardmore trilogy. I don't know if I have this one or not. I have to look still. The Sanatorium by Sarah Peirce. I didn't really like it. Apparently, yeah, okay. The new novel by Sarah Peirce, The Retreat, is that... there's supposed to be a second book to this, I think. Does anybody know that for sure? That might be it. I don't know. I read it. I didn't love it. I thought it was okay. Lost Apothecary. I actually thought this one was cute. I did read this one. And it usually sells fairly quickly for me for like $4 or $5. The Friend Zone is on my list of things to read sooner rather than later. Abby Jimenez is, I think, the way you pronounce that. Jimenez? She is my newest favorite author. I discovered her this year, and I've read everything I've thus far been able to get my hands on. Freaking love her. I don't know if I'm going to keep this copy because, honestly, I need to make my money back. And I have this that has frequently come up from the library, from Libby. So I might just read it on Libby. I don't know. Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. I've sold this one once or twice. I don't come across it all that often. It usually sells well for like $4. All Fall Down, Weiner, Jennifer Weiner. I like her stuff. I have not read this one yet. So, worst case, I'll keep it and read it, or I'll trade it out a little free library. I don't know. Jill Shelvez. I love her as an artist, as an author. I think I'm going to keep this one, you know, right after spooky season is merry and bright season. Christmas is right there. So I think I might keep this one and read it along with this copy of Wicked. I don't like the tiny books, but I do have glasses now, so I should be able to read this. The movie looks incredible. I would love to be able to read it before I see the movie, so that's my goal on that. Nothing about this one. The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. I don't know. Anybody read this? This was one of those, I took a chance on it. It looked kind of cute. Same with, is this Two Darkness? Two Darkness and Two Death. A Claire Ferguson Russ Van Elstein novel. Is this like part of a series maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look more into that. The Poisoner's Handbook. Again, we're in the spooky season of things. Murder and the Birth of Forensic Medicine in Jazz Age New York. The Poisoner's Handbook. Author of Ghost Hunters. I don't know, spooky season. I'm in it. I grabbed one J.D. Robb, Innocent in Death. I already have it, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm like 90% sure. So this one can just get listed. Hold tight. I don't think I currently have a copy of this listed, so I'll have to look. Like I said, worst case, I'll read it. I love Harlan Coben. I've read 3 of his now. And then I grabbed these 2, which are both Alex Cross novels. I somehow ended up with a few of, I don't know where I got them from. I don't know. But I ended up with like 4 or 5 of these Cross novels. And, Rich read the series. He said that it's really good. I have not read it, but I have been listing them. So, you know, $5 a piece. Best offer. If I get 3 a piece, I'm cool with that. They're hardcovers. This was horrible. So I think what I'm going to do is just pause life on all of this, and then we'll pick it up at the next book sale, which is actually coming up in a few days. Totally different library. As promised, another book sale. So, different library. Same concept, except for I found out that they raised the prices from $5 a bag to $8 a bag, which, man, this inflation's killing me. We're 13 minutes early. There's not a giant freaking line like there is at the other library. And we start. I think Rich took off just to find the Stephen King's, and he didn't see much. I think he only grabbed one. I hated this book, but everybody else loves it. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, the Babysitter's Club. Oh my gosh. There's always a Kenny G. Always. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this show. And I got some new bookmarks. Leona ate my favorite frickin' bookmark. Bummed. Now we can wrap up with Indy's help. We did way better at this sale than we did the last one. We spent a total of $16 and then probably had, I don't know, 5 invested in gas. We didn't go that far this time. So let's just say $25, even though I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Some of these I am planning on keeping. Are you taste testing them? What are you doing, weirdo? Maybe someday, Colleen Hoover. This is one of the ones I'm keeping. Tale of the Body Thief. I have to look and see if I have this one listed. Anne Rice, The Vampire Armand. We did grab a few Anne Rices. These aren't really rare ones, but I get about $8 a piece for them. Usually after tax, like fees and all that, I get about $7 a book. Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six. I read this. It's supposed to be loosely based on, how come I do this every single time I have this book? I just, like, completely blank out. Give me a sec. Why are you taste testing all the books? Dude, I even had to pull Rich on that one. Stevie Nicks. It's supposed to be loosely based on Stevie Nicks. Funny thing is, I didn't like it. Her books are like 50-50 for me. I listened to this on audiobook, so maybe if I would have read it, I would have felt differently. Even though it was a full cast of characters, they, like, actual narrators did really good. So I'm not exactly sure what about it I didn't like. I just didn't like it. Golden Girl. I have not read this one yet. I might hold on to this one for a minute and get to it in the summertime. I do already have a copy of this one. I'm going to see which one is in better condition, because this is actually one of his books that sell fairly well for me. And I don't care if my books are beat up. So, whichever one's in better condition, I will sell, and I'll keep the one that, you know, is beat up or whatever. Tale of the Body Thief, and we already went over those. Nantucket Nights. This must be one of her newer ones, because it's not one that I know. Oh, wow. It's one of her older ones. 2002. Interesting. 28 Summers might be one of my favorite books of all time. I absolutely love this book. I don't have a copy listed currently, so this can go right into the Pangle Books bookstore. Also will be listed on Facebook Marketplace. And there is a novella that follows this called The Sixth Wedding, I think, or something like that. So that one can get listed. The Whispering Room. Okay, Dean Koontz is a new, like, it's a new author that I'm falling for. I actually, like, I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me or not, but Dean Koontz's writing, I actually prefer. What are you doing? Why are you so weird? Rich has a stomach ache. He thinks he might have food poisoning.
It's my pancreas.
I told him I hope it's not his pancreas. Now every time I say anything, he's like, "It's my pancreas." I don't think I gave him food poisoning, but we did eat out the other day. But I ate the exact same thing he did, and I'm fine. Although I don't have a colon, so maybe that's why. Anyway, Dean Koontz. I like his writing, dun dun dun, better than most of Stephen King's books. I am currently reading the Odd Thomas series. I'll just get you involved in all of 4 of the books that I'm currently reading right now. I am on book 2 of the Odd Thomas series, which is Forever Odd. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I liked the first one a ton better. I'm almost halfway through this, and there's been parts that I found rather boring. It's boring to the point where I, like, am going over my grocery shopping list, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be reading. And I have to go back and, like, reread what I just read. Hopefully the storyline picks up for anybody that has read this. He just entered the dilapidated hotel that had damage from, was it a tornado or a hurricane or something? I don't remember, but it's like a casino hotel. He just entered there. For anybody that's read it, that's where I'm at. I am reading Shadow Spell, which is book 2 of the Cousins O'Dwyer, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, series. Really good. really good so far. The first book, super good. I'm only on, I think, chapter 4 of this one, but it's picking up, obviously, where the first book left off. Love it. Grady Hendrix. How to Sell a Haunted House. Can you tell I'm spooky season reading? Oh my gosh. I am, like, addicted to this book. I am on chapter 15, page 153. Dude, it's getting so freaking good. And then I've not yet started Shutter Island, but within the next couple days I will get to this, I'm sure. Also, listening to Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Kaylin Doherty. I got the audiobook on my phone. So yeah, this is my current stack. Have not yet read The Whispering Room was my whole point to that. I like his writing, though. The Rumor, Ellen Hildebrand. I've read this one. I actually listened to it on audiobook. It had characters from some of her other books, which I thought was really cool. And the storyline was pretty good. But that one can go right in the bookstore because I sold the other copy that I had of it the other day in paperback. This also looks really good. Looks like it's set maybe in the winter. I am a mood reader and I am a seasonal reader. So I read like beach reads in the summer. Anything that's got snow. I am waiting for, I read Frederick Bachman's Beartown last season and I'm waiting for it to snow to read book 2. I do have it though. It's right here, Us Against You. That is a very good series so far. Loving it. So I might hold on to this for some winter reading. We'll see. Stephen King's Carrie. I am reading the Stephen King's in order of publication. I just got done with The Long Walk. Wow, that was an effed up freaking story. So effed up. I read Carrie first. Not first, I've read some of his other work, but I read Carrie. I am now just past The Long Walk. So that can get listed. The Therapist. I'm fairly sure I've sold this one before. I'm pretty sure I'm out of B.A. Paris books. The Silent Patient. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I think I'm the only person on the planet that didn't like this freaking book. But it always sells really well for me. So I am going to immediately list that and it should sell within the next couple of days. And then if we're going to go like book I hated, book I freaking loved. Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. Dude. One of the craziest twists in a book I have ever read. It was nuts. Highly recommend that one. Between the Lines, Samantha Van Leer and Jodi Picoult. I think I have a copy of this in hardcover, so this one might get listed. I'm not sure, though. A Summer Affair, I think I have a copy of this that's probably in better condition. Yep, I do, and it is in better condition. So I'm going to sell this one and keep and read the beat-up copy. Jennifer Weiner, The Breakaway. I read this. I borrowed it from the library. Oh, and then I got my new bookmarks. I need to put those somewhere. I thought it was really freaking good. It's about a girl who like meets a guy kind of on a one-night stand basis. Let me see if I can. 33-year-old Abby Stern has made it to a happy place. True, she still has gig jobs instead of a career, and the apartment where she lived since college still looks like she just moved in. But she's got good friends, her bike and her bicycling club in Philadelphia. She's at peace with her plus-size body, at least most of the time. And she's on track to marry Mark Madoff, her childhood summer sweetheart, a man she met at the weight loss camp that her perpetually dieting mother forced her to attend. 15 years after her final summer camp at Golden Hills, when Abby reconnects with a half his size Mark, it feels like the happy ending she's always wanted. Yet Abby can't escape the feeling that something isn't right, or the memories of one thrilling night she spent with a man named Sebastian 2 years previously. When Abby gets a last-minute invitation to lead a cycling trip from New York City to Niagara Falls, she's happy to have time away from Mark, a chance to reflect and make up her mind. But things get complicated fast. First, Abby spots a familiar face in the group. Sebastian, the one-night stand she thought she'd never see again. Sebastian is a serial dater who lives 100 miles away. In spite of their undeniable chemistry, Abby is determined to keep her distance. Then there's a surprise last-minute addition to her trip. Her mother. Continued on back flip. Hold please. Eileen, the woman Abby blames for a lifetime of body shaming and insecurities she's still trying to undo. Over 2 weeks and more than 700 miles, strangers become friends. Hidden truths come to light. A teenage girl with a secret unites the writers in unexpected ways, and Abby is forced to reconsider everything she believes about herself, her mother, and the nature of love. I don't even feel like that blurb does it justice. It's written really well. I really enjoyed this one, so this can go right in the bookstore. Christina Lauren, love them. For those of you who don't know, Christina and Lauren are two different people. They're a writing duo, and I have loved everything I've ever read of theirs, and so I'm going to hold on to In a Holidays, because like I just said, I am a mood reader. So come the holidays, I'm going to read In a Holidays. I've heard it's pretty good, I think. It's been around for a minute. Christ the Lord, The Road to Kana, Anne Rice. I don't think I have that one listed. Servant of the Bones, Anne Rice. I have a hard copy cover. Oh my gosh. Hard cover copy of this that I just recently listed and found out while listing it that it was a first edition. Sweet. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. Again, we're going to put this in the silent patient category. Everyone loved this book. I tried buddy reading it with my cousin. She quit like halfway through. We have very similar tastes in books, and she hated it enough to stop. Like, she just got so unimpressed with it, she just couldn't pick it up anymore. I slogged through this, and I did not like it. It just wasn't my cup of tea at all. It annoyed me. Apparently I'm stocking up for the holidays. Christmas in Blue Dog Valley. It's about a vet who, leaves. I don't know, but it sounded really cute. Very, Hallmark-esque, if you will. Which I'm there for it. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Taylor Jenkins Reid again. Loved this one. I did really like this one. But I've already read it, so it can go right in the bookstore. Paper Palace. I know I've said in the past that I'm just not really a, truck just went by. Historical fiction lover. This one is the exception to that rule, I think. If this is what I'm thinking of. Pretty sure it is. Maybe this isn't the one I'm thinking of. Hold on, please. It is not the book I was originally thinking it was, but it was a book that I continuously liked. The Paper Palace. So, it can get listed. I've already read it. Behind Closed Doors, B.A. Paris. I feel like somebody just asked me about this book, and I can't remember who it was. So if that was you, I got another copy in. I have not read it, but I've heard really good things. Another Christina Lauren book that I'm likely going to hoard for a minute. Haven't read it yet. House Rules, for some reason, has been selling for me a lot lately. I ran out, and then at the last book sale, I got the hardcover copy that is listed. And this is a paperback copy that is in good condition. So that will get also listed. I want to read this. It's in my I want to read very soon column. I love his books. I don't think I've ever read a Nicholas Sparks I didn't fall completely in love with. Jojo Moyes, Someone Else's Shoes. Haven't read it. Anybody? Apples Never Fall. This they turned into a series, I think, on Apple TV. I do have a copy, but I don't think it got switched over to the work Facebook when I switched everything over. I think it's still in the pile that needs to be moved. The Matchmaker. I have not read this one either. Wait a minute. Did I get 2 copies of the Paper Palace? I did. Okay, well, I got a hardcover copy and a paperback copy. The Identicals. Haven't read that one either. Winter in Paradise, I believe, is part of a series that I actually need to look into because winter, that's mood reading. So when you hit the middle of winter in Michigan and you need some sunshine in your life, I might bust that one out if I can figure out the books that I need for the series. Got some movies. This is Ghostbusters 1 and 2. It's a double gift set. The discs are in really good condition. And it has a movie scrapbook disc, which I thought was neat. Clerks 2. I mean, I am there for it. This was like my era. I was born in '84, so I was definitely the teenager through the early 2000s. Loved it. Spider-Man 2 in really good condition. That'll get listed. Practical Magic. This is actually a book series, if you guys didn't know. I am on book 2. I think Practical Magic is the 3rd book in the series. Such a good movie. Orange is the New Black. This is season 1. All the discs were there and in good condition. Jurassic Park 3. Again, with the dogma. I watched this movie that my grandma, of all people, had videoed me onto a VHS tape from, like, whatever movie station she paid for. I think it was, like, Max at that point. I'm not sure. But she, like, recorded it onto a VHS tape, and I seriously watched it, like, every single day. Cruel Intentions, another good one. It was funny. I turned 40 this year, and my brain just stopped working, and we were recently at a buddy's house. They have an outside movie screen, and we went over there for a, like, spooky movie watching night. Hot cocoa, snacks, scary movies, and a guy that I've literally, like, him and his wife, I've literally known them since, like, 6th grade. They were sitting next to me, and we could not remember this guy's name. We're like, the guy from Cruel Intentions. Like, what the frick was his name? None of us could remember. We all turned 40 this year, and none of us could remember. I'm like, dude, what is going on? I had to Google it. Ryan Philippe. Matrix, another good one. That will get listed. And then we've got CDs. Allman Brothers Band, Hittin' the Note. Joni Mitchell Hits. Creedence Clearwater Revisited. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, original soundtrack. Shinedown. Styx Greatest Hits. Oh, Leona's getting mad that the door is not open. Lady Antebellum, I Need You Now. The Pretenders, Last of the Independents. Grateful Dead, The Best Of. Tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan and Tracy Chapman, New Beginning. Because we aren't doing any pop-up sales anytime soon, all those will get listed. I think that gets us through all of them. Did you guys see anything that you liked? Anything that I should read? Anything I should get into? Any authors at the sale you see and I missed? Let me know. On that note, guys, I'm going to sign you off. I'll see you on the next. Bye.